What is going on, friends and fellow artists? This is Matt, aka Mr.E in 3D. And in today's video, we're going to do a shorter exercise. It's going to be a shorter video where basically I just go about showing you guys how I'm going to finish posing out his hands. This is, I believe, video number 8 in the series. Trying to get the videos a little bit shorter than they have been. Last video we did the fur around his boots, we did his cape. I started out with the form of the fur around the cape. You can now see that that's done. Now it's not perfect, it's not complete yet. I will basically go in before we finish up and merge these two and make sure that these two look connected. Overall though, I'm really happy with the way he's looking. The other thing that I did was I lengthened out his arms a little bit in comparison to the previous sketch. The concept that we originally created, I noticed that his arms were a little shorter than I originally had designed. So I lengthened them out just a little bit. It's definitely going to help us with the exercise moving forward. But now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you have been following along, we're going to go into edit mode. You know that I basically leave these hands blank for any hand position other than an open hand. Reason being is because we're using forward thinking. We are planning out our strategy, and if I had added fingers, I would have to now pose all of those fingers. So rather than have to pose the fingers down and around and closed, I can actually go ahead and design those fingers in a way that is just automatically closed. So here I am, just to make sure this is as uniform as possible. I'm going to go ahead and use my knife utility, K for knife. I'm going to create a line here and a line here so that I have a spot for all my fingers. Let's go ahead and grab that along the Y. There we go. GY. Just make these as even as possible and as square as possible. That should be good. Let's go ahead and move these over to GY. There we go. And we'll obviously have more time to make more adjustments as we go. Actually, real quick, let's just B for box select, GY. Move that up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now, I'm going to switch over to faces. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to pull out just a knuckle, okay, for each of these. Now, I can't pull both of these out together because if I bring them out together, it just makes one giant knuckle, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and this one, and I will E along the X just a little bit. And then I'll do the same over here, EX. And now I have my 4 knuckles. And if you want to be super detailed, you can just grab them out or grab them along the X and basically show how much more each one would be. This one would definitely be the smallest. You grab these 3 GX, make them a little bit bigger. And this may actually be a little bit too fat. GY. The more work we do in the front, the less we have to do in the back. All right, from here, let's go ahead and add a loop cut if we can. Okay, we can't, so let's just go ahead and create one with knife cuts. We'll create a line there, and the reason why we can't is because we used the knife utility here earlier. And as I've said before, once you use the knife utility on a face, if there aren't corresponding loop cuts all the way around, it will not allow you to do that. This situation is pretty easily rectified. We're going to grab that along the X, bring that up closer. And then just add a couple more loop cuts, or a couple more knives here. K for knife, one here and one here. And from here, we're going to keep the fingers in development. So we're going to have that one and that one. E along the Z, and bring up, grab it twice. There we go. Bring that straight down. Do the same with this. 1, 2, 1, 2, E, Z twice, bring that straight down. And we can go ahead and create some of this here, Control R, Control R, Control R, and Control R. Well, let me get it, come on. Let's get closer. Control R, there we go, boom. And now let's bring these down a little bit more. And you guys can see, even though in the long run it's easier, it's still kind of a tedious process. All right, now let's grab this. And we can grab all 4 of these because these are all 4 separate now. We're going to E along X, bring those fingers back. Let's lengthen this out a little bit. Let's go Z wireframe, select our vertices. Let's just grab this whole bottom knuckle area, GZ. Did I grab everything? Yeah, okay, GZ. And then let's go ahead. We would have, let me see, 1, 2, we would have one more knuckle coming up. So let's go ahead. GX. Oh, got bottom one there. GX. And we're going to do one more set of loop cuts. Here, 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 and here. And then we're going to get the last, switch over to faces. We're going to grab the last of those faces, E, and we're going to just leave it along the line that it's already at. And then G, GX, and bring that back. Now, overall, we want to basically be able to, again, using forward thinking, I want to be able to swap out these weapons, maybe at a later date. If I decide that I don't want him to have a hammer, the current plan is for him to have a shield and a warhammer. If I decide down the road that I want to change that up, even post print, I want him to be able to swap out his weapons like a toy, being able to swap out weapons on the fly. So I want these hands to be open, but also be able to be changeable. Weapons to be changeable, not the hand. Okay. And as you can see, we now have our fully formed hands. Okay. And we'll go through it, and I'll go in again, as I always do. I'll add some more details as I go, probably offline. Let's go ahead and G, Y. And it's another reason why I'm going to actually stop this video here today. The original plan was to do weapons and hands all at once. Just trying to do test runs. I know this is just a time-consuming process unto itself. So we're going to E along the Z, hitting Z twice as we always have to. We now have that meaty part of the palm, just as we wanted. And it's going to basically form all the way around. So just go 1, 3. And let's go ahead, actually let's rotate that along the Y. There we go. We're going to try just this one. E along the X, along the Z, grab X, and from here, let's actually try to grab this whole, take this back a little bit, I think. GX, pull this back a little bit. And then I'm going to add a knuckle here. And although it's not completely atomically correct, we're going to E right along that line and create a thumb. Hit S for scale, let's bring that face down, and then GX. And you can see that quickly we have our hand roughly formed, okay? We'll go ahead and start process of GZ, making this a little bit nicer, a little bit tighter. Again, we do want to have it so that I can actually have him holding stuff and have that changeable. So GX. Let's go ahead and switch to vertices. It's just a little easier to work in vertices sometimes. Go to wireframe. Let's just grab all of this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this out a little bit. Do not want to grab anything on that thumb. Unselect you, and then we're going to go GZ. And we'll make the adjustments all the way down the line. GZ. And let's just go ahead and move you guys out along that GX one more time. This one, GZ. And if we go back to our solid, you can see we still have that form. And that is going to be the basics of our hand. What we can do for now is we can go back in, have a little bit of time here because I don't want to leave it like this. And what we do is we basically go in, guys, and we can just bring these knuckles down some. These knuckles, these hands are just a little bit long. Yeah, so let's go ahead and grab all of this. Again, making sure we're not grabbing anything along the thumb. There we go. GX. Let's bring this hand in some. Guys, that's pretty much all there is to it. We can grab these faces, this one especially, GZ. Bring that one up, soften that line out a little bit. Oh. GZ. This one as well, GZ. Soften these lines out a little bit. And then what we can also do, yeah, these are a little long. We'll leave them like they are for now. I can do some more fine tuning again outside of the video. GY that in a little bit. But you guys get the basic idea. What I can also do is I can grab these and I can scale these in a little bit. Yeah. And one nice thing about having like more fantasy-based characters, like creating a series with an orc as your first character is, you know, orcs don't exist in the real world, so you can definitely play around by, you know, having longer fingers. Again, these guys have bigger hands as it is, so I definitely feel like I have enough room in there to have weapons. I may have to play around with this thumb a little bit more. It's looking a little wanky, but you guys definitely get the idea. Since we left those hands basic for as long as we did, we have the ability to basically form the hand around the plan. GX. And that is really what I wanted to convey, is being able to, you know, because we didn't form the fingers, because we had that forward thinking, we're able to basically create the hand however we need it to. And we're not having to basically backpedal or work around our previous decisions. So I think that's where I'm going to leave this one for now, guys. You can see, though, already he has hands. I'll do a little bit of fine tuning with finger sizes and stuff, but that's it, guys. From here, the next video, again, shorter video today, just going through that. You can see that's kind of a tedious process into itself. Next video, I'm going to go ahead and create his weapons. I'll probably drop some of these videos all at once because they are shorter. But all in all, we are moving along quickly. He should be done in the next couple videos. We're going to create his weapons. Again, I do believe that the starting weapons will definitely be a Viking shield and probably a warhammer for his hands. I will possibly do an axe as well, just so I can make a final decision once he is posed. That's not going to really matter either way. But guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you guys for the likes, the shares, the comments. Please keep that going. It all helps the channel to grow, get these videos in front of as many people as possible. So thank you all. Have a wonderful day.